Hey, howdy, hey, what is going on, you guys? It is your boy Pirate Toad here with, once again, as always, another video. Now, in today's video, we are going to be starting outside. I have a couple of things I want to update you guys on outside before we get into the title and thumbnail of today's video, which is, of course, feeding our poison dart frogs. First things first, it is January. The weather outside is a little chilly. Right now, it's probably in the high 50s, low 60s, so it's not too bad. But we've been having some cold drops throughout the night where the temperature will go from 50 degrees to 20 degrees in a matter of less than 12 hours. And being that generally Texas can have some cooler weather, I bought something, or let's just say I had something installed for a decent amount of money, but at the same time it'll be very, very, very vital and important for all of our outdoor animals. We step over here, slide Blue's cage out, all the way out, all the way out, all the way out. Here we go, here we go, here we go. You'll be able to see what it is. It is a whole new outlet. So a lot of you guys probably don't pay attention to how I run electricity here with all of my animals, but this was never here before. This has never been here before. This is brand new. Everything outside was basically coming off of those outlets right there, which were already with the house. Now, having lights on every single cage, waterfalls going, it takes up a lot of electricity. Our house was also made in something like the 70s or something like that, so the electricity is not very good. And unfortunately, during this winter, we had several times where the circuit or the breaker would literally trip and all the animals would go without heat or lights. Now that, of course, is bad news. We don't want the animals in 50 degree, 40 degree, 30 degree, or even 20 degree weather to go without heating or lighting. So I went ahead, spent a good chunk of my money, and we had this plug installed on a 20 amp breaker. So now we've got a lot more electricity that we can run to this without it tripping. I just kind of wanted to show you guys that. I know it's nothing too interesting. I know it's not exactly reptile related, but it is important when it comes to all my animals. So now we've got our ponds going that way. We've got Blue and the tortoises way over there going this way. And so far, having it set up for a few days now, nothing has tripped, nothing has broken, and we've had no issues at all. As a matter of fact, our tortoises are just chilling. There's no heat loss. All the heat bulbs and everything like that are doing just fantastic. Moving over here to our shed. Let's see, are any of our tortoises in here? Mr. Fury has found his way into the shed. So unfortunately, they kind of ripped the tarp up, but they are doing fantastic. They've got a heater here and a heater here. It is nice and toasty in their insulated shed, and they're doing good. All of our other tortoises are wandering around in the yard somewhere. Fury has found his way in. Okay, anyways, I need to go see if we can find these tortoises here, because we are supposed to have a cold temperature drop today, and I don't want the tortoises to freeze outside, so we need to grab them and put them in the shed. They usually hang around these terribly spiky bushes. Ouch. Hello, kiddos. You guys out here anywhere? Let's keep looking. Oh, well, there's one tortoise. So there's tortoise number one. So we'll get her out. We've got one more tortoise to grab. Oh boy, this should be interesting. I'm already getting kind of poked. We're gonna go ahead, put her in the shed here. Let's set her down. There you go, big girl. Boom, there you go. So we've got 2 of the 3 tortoises collected. Let's go get one more. Oh boy, the other tortoise, she's over there. We gotta try to get her from all the thorns. Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go, y'all. Here we go. Well, y'all, we managed to collect our tortoise from the bush. So once again, let's go throw her in the shed with the other 2 tortoises. Okay, here we go. Into the shed you go, my child, and boom, there we go. We've got all 3 of our tortoises after getting poked a bunch of times. So we've got Fury over there and our 2 unnamed smaller tortoises. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna shut their light off because it is starting to get dark out, and then we're gonna close everything up so that it keeps all the heat inside of the shed. And now, y'all, for the title and thumbnail of today's video, let's go feed some dart frogs. And now we are back inside in the reptile room with 4 very hungry dart frogs. So this is our dart frog enclosure, and as you can see, we've already got a whole bunch of them hopping up to the front, going nuts. These guys are so hungry. I don't know why. They get fed literally every other day, but they are starving. These guys are Dendrobates auratus dart frogs. So we've got 4 Dendrobates auratus dart frogs. One there, one there, one there, and one there. They are living their best life in their bioactive setup, And oh my goodness, the camera does not do this enclosure justice. In person, this cage is so gorgeous, so beautiful, but on camera it just looks kind of like there's glares from the lights. It's like, come on now, camera, come on, come on, come on. But nonetheless, we are going to be feeding some dart frogs. So first, we've got their food dish here. We're going to move this right over here. So this is where we're going to pour most of their flightless fruit flies. Then we go up onto our shelf, and we've got a whole bunch of flightless fruit flies. You see all those little bugs crawling around? Those are flightless fruit flies. We're going to set that right there. Next, we're going to get our little cup. This is our little mixing cup for our flies. And today, the dart frogs are going to be getting some Repashy Vitamin A Plus diet sort of stuff. So this is an enhancer. So you basically put it on the flies, and it gives them, well, of course, vitamin A and a few other different nutrients and whatnot. I highly, highly, highly recommend getting you some of this. Maybe get some calcium or some other sort of vitamin supplements for your frogs. So that is what we're going to be using to feed these dart frogs in today's video. Now, once you get the hang of it, feeding dart frogs can be pretty simple, but at first it can be quite complicated. Especially because these little buggers will go everywhere. If you're not careful, you will have this entire container of flightless fruit flies hopping around your floor. That's where this cup right here comes into play. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to shake the flies into the cup. Then we're going to add a couple of sprinkles of this multivitamin here. Once we do that, we're going to shake the cup up, make sure no flies climb out, and dump it into their food bowl. Once we dump it into their food bowl, it goes in their cage and then in the frog's belly. And oh boy, these little dart frogs are acting like sharks that have never eaten before. They are going around the cage waiting for food to fall prey to them. So here we go, y'all. Let's go ahead, get ready to feed these gorgeous Dendrobates auratus dart frogs. Alright, y'all, so I'm going to try to do this with my two hands here. So we've got our dust here, we've got our cup, and then right to the side we've got our fruit fly cup. So basically what I'm going to start doing, just tap it down. For those of you who are new dart frog beginners, this is the way I find easiest, but of course there probably are many other ways. So you're going to tap it down, get all the fruit flies down to the bottom of the cup. You'll notice they quickly start rushing up, so you got to work fast, because otherwise all those flies are going to come right back to the top. Tap it down, get them back down. Tap, 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 tap. Real quick, open the lid. Now keep tapping. Once again, these flies are flightless, so they will not just fly out. They can't just fly out. But they can hop and they can climb pretty quickly. Go ahead, tap it, and now I'm going to go ahead and just keep that tapping process, but this time direct it towards your container and just tap, tap, tap until you get the desired amount of fruit flies. So you can always do this, and then when you want to stop, you just go here. And now we've got a good desired amount of flies. As you can see, a bunch of little flies in there. We're going to tap both. We're going to set this one on our left to the side. And we're going to go ahead and keep tapping. Put the lid on the container, which can sometimes be difficult. There we go. So the lid is on the container. And now let's tap this cup some more. So we'll tap it, tap it, tap it. You can see all the little flies right there that are trying to make their way out, but we're not going to let that happen at all. Take your little sprinkle side of your Repashy or whatever dust you may be using, and then you're going to sprinkle just a couple shakes, just a couple light shakes. You don't need much, and just shake them up. Mix them up, get the flies evenly dusted in the powder. Now once you've done that, your flies are dusted, you're good to go. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to take our food dish, and we're going to begin feeding the dart frogs. So we got to work quickly, and it's a lot harder to do one-handed, but we're going to shake them into this cup here, try not to miss, and then we're going to move the cup into the cage where the frogs can eat it. So here we go, y'all. Shake them in there. Good, good, good. And there they go. 3, 2, 1. Here we go, y'all. Let's let some dart frogs go to town. And there we go, y'all. You can see all of the fruit flies on the glass of the enclosure, and our dart frogs are going to town. They are just straight munching on all of these fruit flies here. It's so exciting to watch these frogs eat. And watch how quickly they are. They move with such speed and effectiveness. There goes number 3. So number 3 is here in the group. Now we just gotta wait on the 4th one to show up. Boom, nailed the fly. Just absolutely annihilated that thing. This guy decided to hop in the dish, and he's going to town in the dish himself. There he goes. You can see the flies are just getting absolutely annihilated. And it's super interesting to watch how these frogs move and how they attack their prey. Look at that, just nailed that fly there, just nailed another one. Oh, now they're kind of fighting. Okay, now they're moving, now they're moving, now they're moving here towards the front. And look at how gorgeous those frogs are. Oh, here comes number 4. Lucky number 4 has found his flies over there. He's working his way. So there are our 4 Dendrobates auratus dart frogs. They're doing fantastic in their home. And obviously they are not picky eaters. They love to eat. Look at them go though, absolutely annihilating. What beautiful creatures, to say the least. Now, one super unique thing is if you look at the dart frog's toes every once in a while, pay close attention. You see how his foot is twitching like that? You see his toe right there? The reason they twitch their toes is to, in a way, attract more flies. So I learned that with my other toads, that when they're hopping, their toes will go. I'm like, what the heck are they doing? Are they spazzing out? Are my toads broken? No, it turns out they do that because the vibrations and the movement will kind of cause the antennas and the insects to kind of be drawn towards them. So as the insects are like, ooh, what's that? What's that? Boom. The frogs, the toads, whatever it may be, will actually just annihilate their food. So that's a super interesting fact that you may have learned from today's video. Most frogs and toads will do that, by the way. So most frogs and toads will twitch their toe like that to help lure prey into their mouths. Well, y'all, that was feeding our poison dart frogs. Hopefully you enjoyed this quick, simplistic, yet exciting video. Now, I know for sure my dart frogs are always some of my favorite animals to feed. They're so fun to watch eat. Seeing all these little blue colors hop around after little tiny fruit flies. It's so fascinating how nature works. And if you guys did enjoy today's video, make sure to drop a like and let me know down in the comments, was it worth your time watching? After you guys have liked today's video, make sure to subscribe. We are on the road to 4,000 subscribers. 4,000 of you guys. So make sure to subscribe and join the family while you can. After you guys have subscribed and liked today's video, make sure to, of course, follow my Instagram, TheRealPyroToadYT. It's always linked in the description, and you can, of course, check me out there and my more personal life. And hey, drop some suggestions down in the comments. And without further ado, we will see you all in the next one. Peace!